84 WHAS. Oddly enough, Governor Rick Perry not in the studio with me. But Rick Roos from the... Now, what is the name? You guys are not officially the Madison Tea Party organization.
Sons and Daughters of Liberty.
Thank you. I knew that was what it was. I just couldn't remember what it was. You guys have a very little... You have... I don't want to say little like there's only 4 members. There's a good number of people that are a member of your organization. But what a passionate group of people you are.
We've had a lot of... if the stakes weren't so high, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But... we do have passionate people, and we've, by the grace of God, we've done an awful lot, and we appreciate being on here.
Oh, no problem. You guys are having a tea party on Saturday. We're going to get to that in a second, but I want to ask you, you kind of indicated you might have been listening on the way in. Did you hear that now these, what's the word I'm looking for, dingbats that are doing the Occupy Louisville, Occupy Wall Street thing, they're now being compared to the Tea Party. This is the Tea Party of the left. What are your thoughts on that?
It's like, watching the riots in London and Greece and whatnot. And I always somebody made the analogy, and I picked up on it, as far as the Tea Party basically protests against government, but these folks want more government to control. And I made the analogy as far as the 1930s in Germany. There were riots. We want more. And, okay, they got what they wanted, and it's scary times, Mandy, I think.
I actually am energized. I have to tell you, I don't think it's scary, because I think that through the actions of the Tea Party, people are more engaged than they've ever been before. They have better access than they've ever had before because of the internet. I really am hopeful that we're on the cusp of a political reawakening that is unlike anything we've ever seen in certainly in our generation, but for the last 120 years. I mean, I am hopeful that this is a renaissance, that this is the American spring where we take back our freedoms.
I completely agree.
We've let them be eroded away in little tiny pieces over the years, and now people are saying enough is enough.
And they're starting to look at the Constitution, starting to understand what the Constitution is. I got my oldest son is up at Hillsdale now, freshman. He's really engaged. They've got a constitutional study group. I mean, this is we're Americans. We can get this back. That's why our thing, renewing American exceptionalism. But Rick Barry, and I'm just a minion to him. But we put together a tutorial on how to do a radio ad. 2 years ago, we would never have done this. 2 years ago, I wouldn't even thought of being on the radio with you.
Right.
We got our own little radio show back home. We do once a month called Rick and Rick at Night. We've had Mike Pence on there. We had Richard Murdoch. Have you had Murdoch on your show?
No.
You've got to get him. He is absolutely Lincoln-esque as far as understanding where Lincoln came from, but he can also tell a story. Well, he's state treasurer of Indiana. He's running against Lugar in the primary, but fascinating people. We've had Randy Frye. We've had Jim Smith. Randy Frye is a state rep. He's one of us. Jim Smith, senator, frickin' rock star. He's one of us. They get it. They're part of that resurgence. I'm hopeful, but these are scary times.
I'm hopeful, and then I see the polling data from Kentucky, and I think to myself, good grief, people. We're being run like drunk monkeys down here, and we're going to reelect the same people to continue running us like drunk monkeys. But that's neither here nor there, because you are in Indiana, in beautiful Madison, Indiana. Let's talk about what's happening on Saturday.
You have a tea party, not in opposition to what I know what you're doing down here, but it'll be out of doors, though. So if anybody gets tired of being inside, you can come on upriver. We're just east of the Milton Bridge, which is going to be replaced.
Yeah, you guys managed to take care of that, so that's yeah, we won't even go into that right now. Go ahead. But
our headliner is General Paul Vallely, who was a military analyst on Fox News Channel right after 9/11, along with Tom McInerney. Colonel David Hunt was on there as well. We've got Deneen and Dr. Tom Borelli, the rock stars coming on Fox all the time. We've got Les Naiman, who you well know.
Les, I got to tell you, Les does a show occasionally on another station. Les absolutely fires up the crowd. I mean, he lobs fireballs left and right. Les and I have very different styles, but he is no doubt an engaging and entertaining speaker every time he opens his mouth. I give him a lot of credit. I would never do what Les does because, like I said, stylistically we're much different. But there's no doubt that you will be fired up when Les gets done talking. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind.
Just talking to him on the phone gets you fired up.
Yeah.
And Jim Coyle is going to be down there as well. And I'm going to do a little thing. We did a thing, Bang the Baron, last year about Baron Hill. We're going to do something about Lugar. So we're going to be bipartisan as far as getting the folks
And
out.
you also have Dave Bego, who is a very interesting guy. And we've been spending a lot of time in the past couple of days talking about unions, specifically a move in Louisville to exclude union contracts from a financial impact statement. And Dave has an incredibly compelling story about how the unions attacked him and his family and his company and tried to unionize and how he fought back. And it is mind-blowing what he went through.
Yeah, SEIU.
I mean, it was, you know, at some points during the story, you think to yourself that he had to worry for his own personal safety. And his story is very compelling. He's also a great speaker. So this is all happening from noon to 3 at the Riverboat Inn in Madison. And when you're coming over the bridge, you can't miss it. I mean, that's the easiest way to tell people.
It's right on the right.
Yeah, it's right on the right. You can't miss it. And it's going to be a fantastic day, as it always is. Now, I have somebody who wants to weigh in here. Tony Rutherford.
Hey, Rick. How you doing, Mandy?
We're doing great.
Good to hear from you, pal.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry I couldn't make it up there. I wanted to come up to it. You know, me and Leanne, we're going to come up there, and I just want to encourage people that are listening. This is an awesome event. Rick and Rick, Rick brothers, they put it on.
The Rick brothers.
You go to Madison, man. They know what they're doing up there. They feed you, everything else. It's all good when you go up there. So I know me and Mandy was on the stage up there before with Les at the time, and it was just I had a blast that day. And so
that day was cold and rainy, so the weather this weekend should be spectacular.
Oh man, yeah. But we're down here. We got the Harvest Homecoming. We're campaigning down here this weekend, so it's just that's the only reason why I couldn't go up there and make it. But that's a wonderful event, and Rick they really do a good job up there.
Well, now Tony, let's tell people what you're running for.
Well, I'm running for city councilman in the 5th district in New Albany, and we're banging on doors, and we're trying to do our part over here. That's all.
The reason I pointed that out was, Tony, you're taking it to the next level and getting involved even further by running for elected office, and I just want to commend you for making that leap, because it's a tough decision to make, and I know that you're a busy man and you got a family, and I think that as the Tea Party grows and the Tea Party matures, you're going to see more people like you, so you're going to be a trailblazer in that respect.
Well, I'm just following the Rick and Rick lead. Those guys are the real stars. Rick, Barry and Roos, they keep telling everybody else are stars. These guys are putting it out there in the front. These guys are the real guys. They organize, they email, they call you on the phone, they take care of you. I mean, those are the guys that are real patriots of this country. And, yeah, I am stepping out, but, we're led by people, and these are leaders. These two guys are leaders.
Well, Tony,
and you're doing a great job, too.
Well, this Mutual Admiration Society is coming to a close because we're going to wrap things up. But, Tony, keep me posted on how your race goes, okay, buddy?
All right, man. Take care.
Have a good one. This is all happening noon to 3 on Saturday at the Riverboat Inn in Madison. When you come over the bridge, you'll literally see it on the right-hand side. You'll see the tents. You'll see the stage. You'll see it on the riverbank. It is by far the most beautiful setting for a tea party I've ever been to.
And the leaves are starting to change up there too, Mandy. And to come from Louisville, just go up 71 rather than trying to cross your bridges here, because that ain't going to happen.
What are you trying to say? That our bridges debacle is a debacle?
Oh, God.
Come on, Rick. It's no big whoop.
Well,
just ask the businesses in Indiana that are down 40% right now.
Well, you kind of referred to the fact that it's actually in the Constitution as far as the infrastructure that we're supposed to be taking care of, yet we can't quite find the money for that.
Well, because we've got to fund the Cowboy Poetry Festival in Nevada. I think that's fairly obvious. Priorities. Rick Roos and Rick Barry will be there on Saturday, so stop by and say hi to Rick and Rick. Rick, next time, plan one on a day I'm not doing something else freedom related.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have it in April, and we're going to make sure that we talk to Brian as far as your calendar.
Brian doesn't keep my calendar.
Okay, I'll talk to Chuck.
Tries. Yeah, that's better.
Q,
yeah, talk to the Q. She keeps my calendar.
And back home in Madison, Rick Berry is running for city council in the 2nd District. He wants to succeed himself.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
He's one of us.
Fantastic. Rick Roos, thanks for making the trip today, buddy.
Thank you,
best of luck. I hope you have a fantastic event on Saturday. We'll be right back on 84 WHAS.